Hey guys, TommyBryson here, and today I want to talk about exactly how many credit cards do you need to build a solid credit score. Now, in the beginning, guys, when I first got started with credit, I made a lot of mistakes. Today I have around a 781 or so, but the answer is, guys, okay, when I first got started, I got the wrong credit cards, I did the wrong things, and in reality, it was not the best plan. But guess what? A year ago, my mom told me, Tommy, can you teach me more about credit and how it works? So I taught her exactly how to go on Credit Karma, make an account, and check her credit score. She found out that she had a 540 credit score. She was happy because basically she did not understand what that actually meant. And today, you guys might say, wow, Tommy, that's weird, right? Like she didn't know anything. The answer is she didn't. But today, guys, this right here is my mom's credit score. She has run a 758 credit score in less than a year or so because basically I got her all the credit cards that I wish I got in the beginning, and she avoided all the mistakes that I didn't make. So today, I'm going to give you guys the perfect amount of credit cards. That way, you go ahead and start building up your credit score also, step by step, by the way. And if you guys are new here, I post videos every single day. So you should also subscribe and hit the bell to get notified. On top of that, also destroying the like button. Now, the very first thing is this, guys, okay? When it comes to credit cards, here is what you usually don't want to do. If you're just getting started, by the way, and you can't qualify for anything, usually you want to go out there and get a secured credit card. That means Capital One, Discover, or for example, Blue Sky if you have terrible credits. I have a full video breaking them down, link down below. But in this case, guys, okay, if you do have a decent credit score and you want to get started and build it up even more, usually you don't want to get a store credit card, and on top of that, you don't want to get a credit card with an annual fee if it's not going to benefit you enough. So for example, guys, okay, when I first got started, I went ahead and I got a store credit card with Mattress Firm because basically I bought a mattress that offered me a credit card and said, hey, you can actually pay this off in 3 years, interest free. I said, yes, why wouldn't I? I grabbed that money, invested it, and I pay around $47 for this mattress, and I basically never paid an ounce of interest. And on top of that, I've been offered before annual fee credit cards, but usually I reject them. I don't need an annual fee, and on top of that, I don't spend enough money to actually make it worth it. So the big idea is this, guys, okay? All those store credit cards are easy to qualify for. Usually they're not that good because basically you only get those benefits within that store. If you have an annual fee credit card, unless you're spending enough money and the benefits actually meet what you need, in reality, usually you're spending money every single year. So those right there are usually the two big mistakes you want to avoid. And by the way, guys, okay, I told you I helped my mom build her credit score, but she went behind my back and she basically got a credit card with Children's Place. Is like a store for like kids, which you actually buys clothes and gets like a 3 to 5% cash back or whatever. She went behind my back, applied for the credit card and say, hey, guess what? I got a credit card. They said yes. I said, why would you do that, okay? And she basically uses it maybe once or twice every 3 to 6 months. So usually it does not make any sense. Store credit cards usually are not that great, and that's why I say avoid them. But here's a credit card that you actually do need, okay? And it's basically a cashback credit card. And by the way, guys, in this video, I'm going to give you guys 3 credit cards, but you don't need to apply for all of them at the same time. Just take it step by step, okay? It does not have to be, hey, I'm going to apply for all 3 and get hard inquiries on the same day. No, you don't have to do that. Apply for one, then in a few months apply for the other one, and so on and so on, okay? Now, I do recommend you actually get a cashback credit card to actually get you some extra money when you're going out there and spending money also. Now, the way I use cashback credit cards is basically I put all of my subscriptions on that credit card, and basically that way I get back some cash back. Now, the credit card I recommend is basically called the City Double Cash Card. Now, to actually qualify for this credit card right here, you'll actually need between a 720 to a 850 credit score. And by the way, here's a credit card right here, guys. It's called the City Double Cash Card, and basically you get 1% cash back when you spend and 1% cash back when you actually pay your entire line. And by the way, if you're going to use credit, usually you want to go ahead and pay off your bill every single month, because if you don't, usually they're going to be charging you interest, which is going to cost you way too much money every single year. So if you want to build credit, what I do is basically I put one small bill on the cashback credit card. I pay it off in full every single month automatically, and I forget about it, okay? That way, I build up a payment history. On top of that, the amount of debt I actually owe on that credit card always stays very, very low. But if you want to maximize your points, well, just go ahead and put all your bills on this credit card and basically get a maximum amount of around 2% cash back from this credit card right here. And on top of that, if you can't qualify for this credit card right here, there's obviously another one I actually recommend, and it's called, not this one, it's called the Discovery Cashback Card. And this one I actually have, and they give you 1% cash back on everything, and also 5% cash back on categories like gas and groceries and so on and so on. And by the way, I have this credit card. You guys know that. They canceled me out, and I can't get over it, okay? I stopped using that, and that's why they closed down their accounts. But yeah, I got closed down by Chase, okay? But the answer is the first credit card is a cashback credit card, and that's the one my mom actually has. And when she puts all her bills, and whenever she's gonna buy something, usually she uses the City Cashback credit card, and that way she builds it up step by step. Now, the second credit card I'm going to recommend is basically a credit card for groceries. Now, the average person in the US, well, a family household, spends around between $550 to $800 every single month just on groceries, okay? The average household. But if you are, for example, a college student, most likely you spend every single dollar you have on groceries and also buying food and eating out. Don't tell me you don't, because I know for a fact, I was in college too. All your money goes towards food. I don't know how, but it just disappears. You need to stop that, okay? But the answer is, guys, okay, if you're gonna spend money on groceries, usually the awesome thing is that basically there's a lot of credit cards out there that actually offer around 5% cash back every time you actually go ahead and spend at your grocery store. Now, say for example, by the way, this depends on where you actually shop, if it's Costco, BJ's, or Whole Foods, or for example, a regular supermarket, like in the average like local area, right? So the answer is this, guys. If you actually go ahead and you shop at Whole Foods, I recommend you get the Amazon Signature credit card. Why? Because basically they offer 5% cash back on Amazon purchases, but also 5% cash back on Whole Foods. And on top of that, 2% cash back on restaurants, and also 1% cash back on everything else you actually go ahead and buy. So if you're spending $500 every single month on your credit card just on groceries, well, 5% of that is around $25 every single month. So at the end of the year, that's around, well, multiply it by 12, that's around $300, enough to pay a Prime membership for Amazon and enough to actually go out there and buy some more groceries, okay? That's what you can actually do with that credit card. But say, for example, you actually shop at BJ's, okay? By the way, I love shopping on BJ's, and they do have a credit card over there, and they offer 5% cash back also. And by the way, these credit cards have no annual fee, but if you include the membership to actually shop at these places, well, that can be considered an annual fee also. But let's say, for example, if you want to shop at Costco, in reality, they offer between 2% cash back, 1% on everything, and also 4% cash back on gas and all that fancy stuff. And also, if you shop at Sam's Club, they also have a cashback credit card at around 5% cash back and also 1% cash back on Sam's Club purchases. I don't know why, but I wish it would have been like a lot more on purchases I make over at Sam's Club, okay? But the answer is, guys, when it comes to groceries, there are a lot of credit cards that offer between 5% all the way to 4% and 3% and also 2%. But let's say, for example, you don't have Whole Foods, you don't want Whole Foods, you don't want Sam's Club, you don't want Costco or BJ's. The answer is you can always go ahead and get this credit card right here. And it's basically, not this one, by the way, but actually the American Express everyday card, and it can give you between 1% cash back all the way to 20% cash back on odd things here and there, okay? But if you shop at a supermarket in your local area, they give you around 3% cash back on up to $6,000 of your purchases. So in reality, if you're gonna go ahead and spend $6K every single year on groceries, well, multiplied by 3%, that's around $180 a year. And by the way, 6K, that means you're spending every single month around a $500 bill just on groceries. And by the way, guys, these credit cards are going to require usually a credit score between 690 to around 720 to actually go ahead and qualify for them. And by the way, my favorite one was definitely the Amazon Signature card until they closed it down also because I also stopped using it and I had trouble with them also because basically I had a bill that came through that I was not going to get charged, but they actually charged it through and I didn't want that, okay? So I closed down the credit card myself also. But yeah, that is it. Now, The third credit card I recommend is actually optional. You don't need to get it if you don't want it, and it's basically a travel card. Now, this travel card is actually a travel card that I actually had before, okay? And by the way, it's not the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. It has an annual fee, so I usually don't like those because basically it's not going to be benefited from me because I'm not spending that much money every single year, but it's actually the Chase Freedom card. And as you guys know, I got canceled out, okay? But the point is, okay, if you're going to go ahead and buy a ticket, for example, through Chase, they give you around 5% cash back. And on top of that, if you're going to go ahead and eat at a restaurant, they give you around 3% cash back also. So overall, it is a solid cashback rewards card for traveling, okay? And it also has no foreign transaction fees, which is also something you're going to want if you're going to be traveling back and forth from place to place, okay? But guys, overall, just to confirm here, all you need is a solid cashback card for all your bills. Also, a solid cashback card for your groceries. And on top of that, an optional travel rewards card to actually go ahead and travel for free or shop at restaurants if you actually want to do that. And by the way, some of these cards for groceries offer great prices when it comes to gas, around 5% cash back. So why wouldn't you actually want that, okay? But lastly, guys, here, I want to show you guys the details to my mom's entire credit score. And by the way, you're probably saying, Tommy, why would you show this? She doesn't want that. The answer is, yeah, like, it's fine. Like, she wants to help more people. That's why I'm showing you guys these details. That way you guys actually learn more from what I'm actually teaching you here, okay? But right here is her credit score, okay? She has around a 758. But when you click it, again, guys, okay, she doesn't have credit for that long. Only 1 year and 5 months. That's basically it. And on top of that, she only has 3 credit cards. That is it. And also, she keeps a very low balance of around 2% and no more than that. And that's why her credit score is so high. She does not go ahead and carry a balance. I never ever recommend that. But overall, guys, what she basically has is a Capital One credit card. It's actually secured because basically she started with that to actually qualify for a credit card. She couldn't qualify for anything else. And then she has a City Double Cash card and also a store card for Children's Place. I don't recommend that at all. But now she's probably gonna get a grocery store credit card, like for example the American Express, because basically she does not shop at BJ's or Whole Foods or anything like that. So that one's actually gonna benefit her a ton. And on top of that, maybe a travel card, but most likely not. But just by having 3 to 4 credit cards, she's going to be good enough to actually qualify to actually get a mortgage and also get other things out there. But again, you don't need 11 credit cards or 12 credit cards, or for example, 6 credit cards like I have. Usually, you only need 3 or 2. I did that wrong, but you guys get the point, okay? I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Comment down below if I missed any credit cards out there and which one you guys actually recommend. And as always, if you like this video right here, guys, well, like this video. On top of that, also subscribe and hit the bell to get notified. And on top of that, before I go, if you want to text me or talk to me one-on-one, join my Patreon link down below or send me a DM on Instagram at TommyBryson. And if you want to see exactly the top cashback credit cards out there in the market, well, here's that video right here, and click my face right now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace.